She welcomed her in and got cut out. Let's talk about triangulation and what it's like to be the person that's iced out. Before we begin, here's the intro. Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. A couple of days ago, I did a video about triangulation between Meghan Markle, Nicola Peltz, and Victoria Beckham. And a lot of the tips and tricks that I gave involved or were more geared towards the person that the narcissist is trying to gain favor with. But what happens when you're the Victoria Beckham in this scenario? I want to thank the user that recommended this video to me. They asked about this in the comment section of the video, and I'm just so glad that they brought it forward because it's so hurtful to be the Victoria Beckham in this scenario. Just as a reminder, this is all related to an article that was published on June 20th. Victoria Beckham facing war with Nicola Peltz and Duchess of Drama Meghan Markle as Brooklyn feud goes nuclear. The article says Victoria Beckham has told friends, "I'm not going to back down," after being left blindsided by the budding relationship between Nicola and Meghan Markle. The 51-year-old fashion designer is said to be deeply hurt by the growing closeness between her daughter-in-law and the Duchess of Sussex. It's the latest twist in the sensational rift between the Beckham family and Brooklyn Beckham. The dramatic new turn has seen Peltz's alliance with Markle grow after the pair hit it off at a private dinner in Montecito. They have since formed what insiders describe as a tight bond over shared frustrations with Victoria. A source close to the situation said the pair have teamed up over feeling snubbed or ignored by Victoria. And this is where the triangulation comes in. You see that their tight bond isn't because they have anything in common. It isn't because they are sharing interests together, or they have goals that they're working on together. No, it has to do with commiserating over how they have perceived Victoria has treated them. This is incredibly isolating for the person that's in Victoria's shoes. Why does it hurt so much? Being iced out by someone you welcomed into your world can feel like a betrayal on multiple levels. It's not just that they stopped including you, it's that they intentionally replaced you, often with someone who mirrors your role. In Victoria's case, she reportedly supported Meghan early on, shared her stylist, lent her clothes, welcomed her into the circle. And now, Meghan's aligning with Nicola, Victoria's daughter-in-law, in a way that feels performative and pointed. This kind of action is painful, not because of what's said, but because of what's deliberately unsaid. It's exclusion wrapped in silence, and that silence can feel like you're being erased. This is part of the narcissist playbook. They sometimes ice out power figures. Narcissists often target people with social capital, those who are respected, established, and can't be easily controlled. At first, they love bomb them, praise, flattery, imitation. But when the admiration turns into resentment, when the narcissist realizes they'll never truly be that person, the discard begins. Victoria is stylish, respected, quietly powerful. She doesn't need to chase the spotlight. She is the spotlight. For someone like Meghan, who's built a brand around image and visibility, that kind of effortless influence is threatening. And I can imagine the fury Meghan must feel towards Victoria. This all boils down to envy. Narcissistic envy isn't just wishing they had what you have. It's wanting you to lose it. It's hostile. It's rooted in insecurity, and it's often masked as passive-aggressive behavior or sudden disconnection. In Meghan's case, she may have admired Victoria at first, the fashion, the family, the legacy, but over time, that admiration has twisted into resentment. Narcissists can't stand feeling less than. So instead of owning those feelings, they project them outward. They start removing the threat, one cold shoulder at a time. I want to give you some tips on recognizing if you're the one that's being iced out. Now I want to get into what you can do to recognize if you're the one that's being iced out. The first is you start hearing about plans after the fact. Suddenly, you're out of the loop. Dinners, events, projects you used to be central to are now happening without you. People say, "Oh, I thought you knew," and you didn't. They have a new favorite, and this person is everywhere. You notice someone new is suddenly everywhere the narcissist goes. The shift feels rapid and performative. Social media posts, inside jokes, staged candid moments. You're being benched while someone else is being elevated. They echo your mannerisms or aesthetic, but credit the new person. So the narcissist would borrow your fashion, humor, or phrases, but now it's all inspired by their new favorite. It's disorienting and it's meant to replace you and not honor you. You're painted as the problem, but no one says it out loud. Conversations feel weirdly polite. There's tension that no one explains. You might be accused of being cold or jealous, even though you're just reacting to exclusion. It's gaslighting by omission. You're uninvited, unacknowledged, or uncredited. You might be left off of a guest list, ignored in a group setting, or not credited for your contributions. It's a slow social erasing and it's deliberate. And finally, others start acting careful around you. Friends or mutual friends pull back. They don't want to take sides, but you can feel the shift. That's a red flag that a smear campaign may already be underway behind the scenes. So, what to do if you are the one in it? Resist the urge to chase or complain. A narcissist thrives on control, and when they ice you out, it's often a test to see if you'll grovel. Don't. Silence is strength here. Understand it's about power and not truth. You may never get a clear reason why you were suddenly cut out. That's because it's not about anything you did, it's about their need to control the narrative and shift attention. Don't try to win the new supply back. The narcissist wants to pit you against the new favorite, whether it's a friend, a coworker, or in this case, a daughter in law. Your silence and boundaries are more powerful than playing into the triangle. Keep your dignity intact in public spaces. The narcissist might paint you as jealous, difficult, or toxic. Don't give them ammunition. Let your consistency and composure speak louder than their gossip. Privately acknowledge the grief. Being discarded by someone you trusted, especially if it's someone you let into your inner circle, hurts. Name that pain, journal it, talk to someone safe. Narcissistic abuse isn't always dramatic, sometimes it's quiet betrayal. Don't let the isolation become self doubt. You might start questioning, was it me? Did I misread things? No, you saw the red flags. You were probably just too gracious to act on them earlier. One of the most painful parts of being iced out isn't just losing the relationship, it's watching your mutuals get pulled into the narcissist version of the story. Suddenly, people who used to text you stop reaching out. You feel like something is off, but no one says anything. That's not in your head, it's strategy. Narcissists will often prime others with concerns about you, make subtle digs to paint you as jealous or negative, reframe themselves as the real victim so your silence looks like guilt. It's a smear campaign and it happens quietly, often before you even realize there's a narrative forming. Let's make this real. Imagine you mentor someone new at work. You introduce them to key people, share your connections, you help them get noticed. A few months later, they're suddenly the star of the show, and you're being left off meeting invites, ignored in group chats, and unfollowed quietly on social media. You didn't change, but their goals did. That's not just growing apart. That's calculated replacement, and it happens in families, friend groups, and public figures alike. Victoria's experience is a high profile version of something everyday people deal with all the time. Here's the truth, and it's going to be a play on words on something Meghan often says. You don't need to fight for a seat at a table someone's trying to pull away from you. Victoria hasn't made public statements. She hasn't posted passive aggressive quotes. She hasn't clapped back, and that's powerful because narcissists want the reaction. They want to say, look, see, she's the problem. I'm really interested to know in what you all think about this. I want to thank the user that brought this great idea for a video. I hope that is helpful for so many of you. If you enjoyed this video and you're looking for a meaningful way to support something beyond the screen, I'd love for you to consider making a donation to the National Domestic Violence Hotline in lieu of super chats and super stickers. They provide 24/7 support and resources for people in unsafe or overwhelming situations, whether that's emotional, physical, or just hard to name. Their information is on the screen should you need to reach out to them, and you can find a link to donate in the description of this video. Every little bit helps and it means a lot. If this video was interesting to you, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll know every time I drop a new video. I want to thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.